'cause you got that, 'cause you got that, 'cause you got that, 'cause you got that, like you, 'cause you got that.
Hello and welcome to the third mod release video of the Prolonpo's mod. I am honestly a bit scared about this mod because 1. It is the largest update I've made so far. 2. There's going to be a lot of bugs that need to be patched out, so my comment section is probably going to be filled with reports on those bugs. Given that this mod update is the largest one by far, I'm only going to cover the 3 main additions, so let's get started. Seeing that we've been mostly restricted to the following game modes for the past 10 years, the community has been very active in developing new custom-made maps and missions. However, the quality of the objects found under RC's custom map maker, as well as the limitation of the game's engine, is causing a few problems. My main goal with this update is to provide a new mission-based game mode that felt more polished, and this includes a movable gate, background music, and on-screen notification for mission progress. This is why I spent the past 4 weeks implementing a boat rescue mission inspired from the events from Season 1. The instructions as to how to access the mission are provided at the end of the video. I've been playing for 5 years with the Expedition mod. I noticed a few limitations with it. First of all, for missions to be fun, they need to occur over a vast terrain so that various sub-objectives can be completed. A second element that kind of made a limitation to the Expedition mod is that there's not a very strong sense of progression as objectives are completed, which kind of sucks, because the hosters need to say, hey, we managed to complete this or managed to complete that, in order to feel as if you accomplished a mission. It would be so much stronger if the game was the one to indicate to you that yes, you've accomplished this objective. And the third element is that these missions really need to occur over a large map. This means that the detail on the map needs to be very low and limited, as too many objects would like the game. Editing Prolonpo over here, I've been looking at these footages for the video, and every single fucking time that we had an expedition, it always somehow ended up like this.
So what's the big fucking deal? What the fuck are we doing out here?
I wanna take you to a gay bar. I wanna take you to a gay bar. I wanna take you to a gay bar, gay bar, gay bar.
And this is what I'm doing. By breaking down large maps into smaller chunks, I can increase the amount of details in the game whilst maintaining performance. You see here in this footage that this is a field of wheat. Normally when you do this in Expedition mod or any other mod that supports custom objects or custom maps, this field of wheat will cause my FPS to tank. But you can see in the top left, this is not the case. Furthermore, just chunk loader spawns and despawns chunk terrain based on your position. And this is client-sided. And this was a problem with the EM mod, as you had to load all of the map for everyone to make sure that nobody was falling into the void. And this helps to prevent the reduction in performance when massive maps are used. Now you're probably seeing a trend of me here bashing the Expedition mod.
Oh no! Anyway,
both the vanilla AottgRC and Expedition mod have less than desirable feels on resupplying and on respawning. So for resupplying, in vanilla AottgRC there are checkpoints in the outside the walls map that spawn resupply station when you captured them. I see how useful they are for the gameplay, but who in their right mind puts an expensive and highly valuable set of supply station in a bumfuck middle of nowhere, no protection, and in enemy territory? As for the Expedition mod, a player has to be the wagon puller for hours on end, and they cannot engage any time, because if they die, their horses disappear, and what is attached to your horses? The only source of supplies for the entire group, and that thing gets stuck. Moving on to the topic of respawning. Vanilla AottgRC and the Expedition mod don't have a logical visual object in the game to give the player an understanding of where they're going to respawn. So in vanilla, you're either going to have a respawn point or a beacon of light. And in Expedition mod, well, it's mostly just a command to teleport revived players to you. So I'm addressing these two issues with the new Supplier class. Number one, I'm making the resupply ability a lot more mobile compared to vanilla AottgRC or any other mods. And because you are able to drop those supply kits anywhere as a supplier. Number two is that the supply can now contribute an attack. Your horse is not the one pulling the supply. You are the supply. 3. Suppliers are now able to spawn cans, which sets all the players' respawn point to a certain space. And you can move this camp and relocate as needed. Just note that the moment you pick up this camp, your respawn point is set back to the world's origin. So make sure to put it down before a lot of people are starting to engage a horde of titans. Okay, that was a lot to unpack. Also, am I the only one who's having a fucking mental breakdown of this game that nobody's playing anymore? What the fuck?
I want my screen time.
Fuck you, I have a quick Counter-Strike, now it's my turn to beat you.
We are sending the first rat to the moon, boys.
So, if you made it to this part of the video, thank you very much for watching this. I'm just letting you know that I have put a lot of the other changes, such as bug patches, as well as some rebalancing, in the description of this video. So if you want to learn a little bit more, just go and check that out. The remaining of this video will simply showcase you what command to put where in order to access the content for version 3. And of course, remember, in the download package, I will provide you some notes that will be helpful for you to know how to use the other features, such as loading your own custom maps, and as well as other commands that I will not be covering so far, because there's a lot of them and this video has been going on for way too long.